modern dance in China as early as the 1920s and 30s. Choreographers like Pong had studied in Japan with German teachers, students of Friedman, and they had gone back to China and set up companies and training programs. The trajectory of performing arts in China changed a little bit with Chairman Mao Zedong and the rise of the Communist Party. Modern dance was eventually outlawed as a foreign imperialist art form. Then during the Cultural Revolution, which was 1966 to 76, all performances were outlawed except for 8 revolutionary model operas known as the Yangbanxi. So now we'll fast forward from the 60s and 70s to the 1980s. Chairman Mao had died, and Deng Xiaoping was head of the Communist Party, which was allowing China to reconnect with the outside world. That was when the ADF was able to bring a delegation from China to the ADF. One of the members of that delegation was a woman named Yang Meiqi. She was at that time head of the Guangdong Dancing School. The ADF set up the first 4-year modern dance training program at Yang Meiqi's school. The graduates of that program set up the first official modern dance company in China, the Guangdong Modern Dance Company, and Shen Wei was a member of this first class. Shen Wei left China in 1994 to pursue his artistic vision in the United States. At that time, he knew he could not stay in China and develop fully as a modern dance choreographer. Well, 14 years later, in 2008, the situation was indeed much different. How many of you watched the opening ceremonies to the 2008 Beijing Olympics? Choreographer Shen Wei was invited back to his native country to choreograph a section of this event that was meant to celebrate China's arrival onto the world stage. So does this reveal that China now celebrates and embraces modern dance, an art form that was completely outlawed less than 30 years ago? The answer is a resounding sort of. It's still a very difficult environment in which to be a modern dance choreographer, but for very different reasons now than 15 or even 10 years ago. The expectation that China will be the next superpower extends not only to the political and economic realm, but also to the cultural realm. But with the country's rapid economic development come new challenges. Internally, we have the ongoing struggle within China to survive and develop work in the increasingly commercial environment that still lacks any systematic structural support for contemporary performing arts. Then externally, the pressures of a voracious international demand from festivals, producers, arts organizations abroad who are willing and able to fund these companies and artists, yet exert their own explicit or implicit demands on what kind of work they want, when they want it, and what they and their audiences consider Chinese. My Chinese friends in Beijing go to Starbucks every day, so if they create a dance about going to the Starbucks, as far as I'm concerned, that's Chinese because that's the life of China's